either your phones. Maybe you'll want to get this with me too, just in case. How you doing? Camera's okay, right? Balance? Bassett, just make sure you don't put the mask too tight, okay, so you can take it off.
I'm really glad that I have with me Ayad, who goes by the name Jack Gold, and he is dressed as Eric Brooks Blade. He came all the way dressed up in his full attire. Can you show your blade so you can see for yourself? We One other cosplayer is with us, and we are just waiting for one more. So if you can, if you can pose for the camera, Star Lord. Okay, we'd like to thank Randy's Donuts. They allowed us to do this live broadcast from their location. We are seated here in Al Muhammadiyah branch, which is right next door to Tamimi Markets. And Randy's Donuts, you know for a fact that they have a long standing relationship with the Marvel characters, especially in the Iron Man 2 movie. So this is what it is, and we are again really glad that Randy has allowed us the opportunity to film that. So, guys, we are just waiting for one more of our cosplayers. Now, what makes these cosplayers really special is that they, in Saudi Arabia and in Jeddah, the cosplaying activity has increased significantly because of Comic Cons, because of so many other festivals. What makes these guys different is the fact that they are uh, paying tremendous amount of attention when it comes to recreating the comic book experience. It's not just that they are going for the cinematic universe versions. They also take tremendous amount of care when it comes to cosplaying as comic book characters. So now what we have here is that we have been joined, as I have introduced you earlier to, Iyad. Iyad is dressed as the Daywalker, Blade, the Vampire Slayer, and on my left I'm joined by Basil Sharif. Basil Sharif has been, really breaking ground. He was Wolverine recently, and when Deadpool and Wolverine movie was premiered here in Jeddah, and today he has joined us as Star Lord. So, guys, thank you so much for coming in and for taking out the time doing the cosplay. I know it's not an easy thing to do. We are just waiting for one more cosplayer. His name is Omar Al Munai, and once he's here, inshallah, he'll be joining us. But we'll start the live broadcast since we have taken a lot of time in starting the conversation. Basil, are you going to be able to talk with this mask on, or do you need to take it off?
I can speak, but it's still I can see like 360.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to start out with the question. So many cosplayers are here in Jeddah, and they are doing loads of different characters. Why do you guys take so much trouble, basically, to recreate the comic book experience? I'm going to start with Ayad first, then I'm going to come to Basi.
Well, I'll just start off with saying, in the name of God, the most merciful, the most magnificent. I'd like to start off by saying that the first time it all goes back to our history. For the first time we've met, all of us, as strangers. We started off as
When was that? When did that happen?
that was in, I believe, 2022. It was in 2022 in the Comic Con, where
Stanley Super.
in the Stanley SuperCon. That's right. That's the first time we all met with each other when we realized that our characters are supposed to be friends. Are the ones that we are cosplaying as, they are depicted as being friends and as being as one team at each other. And that's what blew our minds together, because the amount of interaction the amount of interaction our characters had with each other turned out to be the amount of interaction we had with each other in real life. Turns out that we had lots of in common together. And that's where it all started to happen, that we began to we made sure that each time we go out, each time we have a gathering of cosplayers, we always go out as the characters who are not just one team, but they are real friends in the Marvel.
Basil, you want to add something to it?
No, I remember the day that he was wearing the Luke Cage, and I was Spider-Man, and many people didn't recognize him at first, but he came to me and he said, do you think, do you know who I'm cosplaying? And I said, I want to say it, but I'm scared that it might be wrong.
Right.
And he said, no, he's from Marvel. And I said Luke Cage. And at that time, I didn't watch Luke Cage.
Okay.
But I know him from Spider-Man Ultimate and the comics, and I know they are both in Defenders team. So he got really excited when I know his character, and we became friends from that day.
That's also the same time we met Ibrahim as Matt Murdock, as Daredevil.
No, Ibrahim in City of Jeddah.
Ibrahim was cosplaying. The thing is, first time we met Ibrahim, when I met with him, we had a friendship at first sight because he was cosplaying as Matt Murdock, who was Daredevil, and I was cosplaying as Luke Cage. And if you look at the series, that the Defenders, Luke Cage and Daredevil are basically a team up with each other.
No doubt, no doubt. I would like to add something. If you guys want to check out their cosplay from Stan Lee, SuperCon, and the previous Comic Cons like Comic Con Arabia, you can check out my vlogs, which are already there. I did a specific segment where we could see Iyad and Basil, and he mentioned Ibrahim. Ibrahim Bibo couldn't make it because he's not feeling well. Tamim wasn't able to make it. Wahaj also wasn't there, wasn't here, and we are still like hopeful that maybe Nahar might join us. So if you want to really check out their potential, you really need to check out those videos because you guys are going to be amazed from that. But this is just shows that how Comic Con actually brought together friends who were living in the same city for many years but did not know that they shared the same passion. Am I right to say
Yeah.
that?
As a matter of fact, yes. I never knew any of the guys, neither Basil or Ibrahim or Omar from any of the past Comic Cons we've been to, and I'm afraid to say this. If we never met at 2022 Stanley's Comic Con,
Yeah.
we might have never met with each other.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. You want to share something, Basil?
Uh, Actually, that day was so fun because the second day in Comic Con, I go there as me alone because even I have family and friends, but not all of them like the comics, like to cosplay, like to do all these things. So when I go alone, I said, nah, I might not get that fun because I don't have anyone with me. And then I met the guys, and every one of them, like the interaction between each other, how we became friends, and then we continue and to do this together. That was actually more magical than I thought how it's gonna happen.
We even came up with our own name for our own group, like like the Avengers are called the Avengers, the Justice League are called the Justice League. We called ourselves the Infinity Geeks.
The Infinity Geeks. I really like the name. Now, I want to ask you guys because people need to see this broadcast is actually being viewed by people in the US, people in Saudi Arabia, people in different parts of the GCC. My question is to both of you, uh, how much of work is needed just to basically portray a character exactly the way that character appears in comics? Basil, I'm going to ask you to start this one first.
Okay. It depends from a character to another, but it's hard for us as a comic cosplayer, not like the anime cosplayer or the other character, because they here in Saudi we have more anime cosplay, more other, especially the anime, more stuff you can find here,
Right.
the props, everything. And even the online stores, it's more anime than comics. So it's really hard to, either if you're gonna build something, it's really hard to find the stuff that look like the comic itself or the movie. But you can find some stuff, especially uh, like online stuff, but mostly outside, not in Saudi Arabia. But you can find stuff. Uh, it depends from another. يعني مثلا if it's really famous like Star Lord, let's say Wolverine, Deadpool, Spider-Man is the most famous thing.
Right.
You can find stuff, but it's really hard when you do a character that is not that famous. Let's say, like when I did Black Adam, when I did Morbius. Morbius was really hard to do because I think there is many people that doesn't know about Morbius actually. So many people often when they watch the movie think it is from DC, not from Marvel.
You did the Morbius cosplay, I think, last year's Jeddah season in City Walk, right?
Yes.
Right. So, okay. Now, one question, but I'm gonna first take Iyad's take on this, and then I have a very interesting question from both of you. You tell us about the hard work that's there. I mean, Basil shared his struggle.
Well, in my case, first character I ever done in a Comic Con was Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai, yes, I
Afro,
remember that one. Yes.
Afro Samurai. The I would say not that the majority of anime fans and manga fans would know him, but those who've been interested or in the animes and the mangas and the Marvel comic universe, and especially the ones who've been long time geeks and nerds, would probably know him. In my case, I'd say it was a fair challenge because at first I knew that not even maybe 80% of people would know who my cosplaying is. I knew I would get some misunderstandings and some incorrect character labels, but in my case that the point where I realized I had to get the character right, so I would portray him as it is. Became him. Actually, that's the connection I had with Wesley Snipes, with the actor Blade. When Wesley Snipes played Blade, he made sure that he delivered he became the character 100%, and that's what I strive to do. What I did was basically watch every movie, every episode, every appearance Afro Samurai had done in the media. I studied his history, his inspirations, his even his moves, his fighting style moves, which I depicted in real life, so I can portray him as 100% the character he is, so I could do him right. You know what they say when when you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know,
Well said.
and that's also the same thing that happened to me with when I wanted to go as Luke Cage and Blade. Same exact challenge. I knew that most people would not get it until I got the character right, that I portrayed him right. Like the three characters that I portrayed, Blade, Afro Samurai, and Luke Cage, are not much known.
But you portrayed them in the most accurate way possible.
I try to portray them the most accurate way as possible. What I did basically is just I imagined like I was auditioning myself for a movie instead of just a walking and outing and cosplaying, because it's not just about the cosplaying. Anybody could put on a shirt of their favorite hero and say this is my favorite hero, but few people know know the character they play.
Okay, there is this one observation. I don't know if you agree with me, both of you, or not, but what I have personally felt is that it's the event that basically brings out the type of cosplay that exists. So, for example, when all of us met at Stanley SuperCon back in 2022, there were people cosplaying as anime characters.
Yeah.
But the majority were DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
how much do you think, like, because Comic Con Arabia, the biggest problem with Comic Con Arabia is that they say that they are Comic Con, when in fact when you go inside it seems like an anime or a manga con.
Yeah, it's like an anime actor.
So
Lots of people.
so when you basically are shown that okay, we are here to celebrate the culture of superheroes, does that motivate cosplayers to dress up as Marvel and DC characters? Because my take is that there is a huge base that wants to do cosplay of DC and Marvel. The only problem is they are not getting the opportunity. Basil.
I actually agree because there is uh, a situation that happened. I remember, like it was a mini event in Mangrove,
Mm-hmm.
and the talk was about like one of the friends of the other cosplayer.
Right.
He's saying to his friends, I wanna become a cosplayer,
Mm-hmm.
and I really love like he said I think I'm not sure. Iron Man, Ant-Man, I don't remember. But he was talking about a comic character.
Right.
But when friends, the other friends, they are enemy, so they said you can do this, but you will not work in cosplay because the enemy is the majority.
Okay.
The most win and the most competition
Mm-hmm.
give you the win more for anime than the comic, which this is something I hate also.
True. I can share your pain.
Yeah.
Feel your pain. Sorry.
I came to him and I said, no, I did many cosplay and comic, and I'm really proud of myself. And I also won the Wolverine X-Men competition. So there is some competition is for us. But the problem is many for us. But that's the problem with the new cosplayer came in.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do character from comics or maybe some cartoons. And I like when people do cartoons.
Right.
But they say no. If I do this, I will not find a job as a cosplayer. I will not win as a cosplayer, and many stuff. But it also depends on the other side,
Right.
like who do the competition. Like when I did models, yeah, I know I'm gonna lose because I was an enemy
Character.
village, but I did it because of the fun. But when we came to Comic Con, it's for Comic Con. Like everyone should win. Comic Con is for not just the comic. You can say it's the whole verse of comic. Benton is a comic.
Right.
Generator X is a comic.
Right.
Saturday Family, and many other characters. So you can do other characters, but we have just anime. And also, if you do a game, if you are more in Japanese game, you're gonna win
So
more than
basically,
the
like it's pretty much biased
yes.
towards the anime fan base and not giving enough opportunities to those who are superhero fans, which are a lot in Jeddah, in Riyadh, in Khobar, and all over the kingdom. Do you agree with what he has said?
100%, 100%, because I can attest to what my friend from outer space over here said. That every word he said is true because I have actually experienced those many situations like that, not just in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but also outside of the kingdom.
Like
In,
UAE.
like the actually more like the USA, more like the USA. I would say like USA, UK. I have, and I'm not talking about the communities that I've been there. I'm talking about the communities that I that I socialize with in social media, like Discord and Instagram. I socialize with many communities, locally and foreigner. But I have seen that situation happen too many times. And also to what Basil said, there is also a situation I remember happened, and I think it was in 2023 Comic Con, where there was this cosplayer, two situations actually. There was this cosplayer who was cosplaying as Nathan Drake. Ob- Obviously, we know who Nathan Drake is from Uncharted, but not our friend though.
Okay, not Umar.
No, not Omar, another cosplayer. When I asked him, "What do you know about Nathan Drake?" He said only that he's a video game character. And here's what shocked me. He compared Nathan Drake to what's his name? To the Devil May Cry character Dante.
What?
Serious?
For some reason, yes. For some reason,
Oh my
for
God.
unknown reason, yes. He compared Devil May Cry to Uncharted, and I told him, what's the combination between those two? What connects them between the two? The one is a treasure hunter, the other one is a demon hunter. Where's the connection? He told me, here's what'll probably blow your mind, and I'm pretty sure this will blow your mind too. He said both of them have guns.
What?
That's the only thing he had to say about the combination. Which
So by that logic, Batman and Moon Knight are the same because they both have capes, they go out at night.
At this point, I could say that Lara Croft and Bayonetta then are the same because both of them have guns and they both use them dually. That's the first situation.
Black Widow and Catwoman are the same, huh? By that logic.
Now that one I can actually agree on because they have a lot in common, but those two don't. Here's the second situation, which, well, made me realize how much backtraced we are as geeks and nerds. That sometimes I feel ashamed to call myself a nerd. I had a friend. We all know him, the tall friend Montez, the great guy who always plays Whitebeard.
Right.
Oh.
He told me,
Mota's Sam. Okay.
Whitebeard from One Piece.
Yeah.
By the way, favorite best character in One Piece, hands down. Fight me.
He might do a comic version this year.
I hope so because his cosplay is just amazing.
He puts a lot of effort, actually. But here's what made me feel sorry for him. Two people, one elderly woman and one child. The child called him. Guess what the child called him? Spider-Man. When wearing white beard. I would understand if that child was 7 to 10 years old, but unfortunately the child was 12. Which means he's old enough to know the difference between an insect inspired character and a 7 feet giant with a white beard. That's the child. Both are Saudis, by the way. The elderly woman, imagine what she called him.
What?
Santa Claus.
That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take a break now because I need to get some refreshments for you guys. Especially there is something really special by Randy's. By the way, this is not a paid promotion. Randy's were kind enough to let us use this venue. So the least we can do for Randy's is to give them an honorable mention because they deserve a lot of thank you from all of us for giving us venue basically to do this. So just please bear with us for a few minutes. In the meantime, the guys are also gonna check with Omar. Where is he? Because he's still on his way. So if you guys can just call him and check it out.
I mean, he's Joker, so.
He's here. He is here. Alhamdulillah, he's here. He is here. Okay, back after 5. Just a sec. I just need to.
Santa Claus.
I mean, Santa Claus, I can see it.
No.
Spider-Man.
No. There's no way for Santa Claus to be in an anime where he'd have this kind of beard mustache and a long
Mexican
and a long
tank.
beard. أعطيك الموسيقى دحين بس يا ريت يا ولد يا ولد أقول لك سانتا يا ولد أقول لك سانتا يعني مثلا يكون معاه هدايا لا أنا أقول لك عليه lemonade? You want lemonade? You can also go over here. I recommend just take a look at Get ready for it. It's so fun.
طيب ايش يعني؟
نحن كنا نتكلم عن كيف نحن كمارفل
اوكي بس ما شاء الله والله على بالي
Man, that is the biggest donut I've ever seen.
هناك حتاكل كله لوحدك يا باسل.
Alright, عمر تعالوا. خساره
خلي سنه بجده ولا شيء.
خساره، انا حبيت نعمل فول تيم. يلا يوم ثاني. نو جست
نهر وبيبو. نهر وبيبو.
Hey, you know, here's another thing about my character. Blade only drinks lemonade.
ايه صح، ما نحب القهوه صح؟
No, no, no. He doesn't drink anything else, not even water. Just lemonade.
Yes, عشان قلت الشبكه doesn't like قهوه. Who is it? I don't know.
Danny. Iron Fist.
تعال هنا.
Oh.
Iron Fist doesn't like coffee. He doesn't drink.
Because he's
أنا أعرف.
Ooh, vegetarian.
he have the diet for the chicken.
Yeah, he has the diet.
Okay.
We're
Why
back
am I doing that?
and we are joined by Umar Al-Minai. Umar Al-Minai, we met, me and him, we met in Comic Con Arabia 2022. He was cosplaying as Nathan Drake and he was pointing his guns at me. So that's when I came to notice him. But more importantly, Umar is also one of those cosplayers in Jeddah who has done a tremendous amount of effort when it comes to cosplaying as DC or Marvel characters. Today he's dressed as without the makeup because it's hot outside, so he's dressed as the Joker. So if you don't mind standing up so people can see your badla.
He's out.
Show the smile too.
That's a flick, bro.
The creepy smile, man, not the friendly smile.
So Omar,
Okay.
please
Yeah, sure.
have a seat now. Please tell
Dark
us
Knight, huh?
which Joker is this?
اوكي اوكي ترى الانجليزي شوي ها.
ما في مشاكل.
I'll translate. I'll translate.
ما في مشاكل.
أي نسخة من الجوكر تسوي؟
اوكي طيب تمام. نسخة ذا دارك نايت.
نسخة دارك نايت.
نسخة دارك نايت فيرجن.
Okay, Heath Ledger's Joker. He is dressed as Heath Ledger's Joker. طيب تفضل.
تكلم عن
ايش الشخصية؟
شخصية الجوكر بالتحديد حق الدارك نايت يعني اوصفها.
أيوة.
طيب هو دارك نايت بالنسبة لي الجوكر حق دارك نايت هو طبعا افضل جوكر مر على التاريخ يعني
أفضل.
في تاريخ السينما في الافلام يعني من يوم ما انكتب الجوكر الى اليوم هو افضل جوكر بالنسبة لي.
You mean he's the best live action actor?
Yes.
He also says that the Joker, in his perspective, out of all the Jokers that he's seen from the Batman and the Bold and the other movies, that one he felt was the real Joker. You know, he was the closest Joker that he can be real.
أنا عندي سؤال. الجوكر في الباتمان دي انيميتد سيريز، تعرف المسلسل الكرتوني؟ طيب كثير من الناس قالوا هذه افضل جوكر عشان بسبب الصوت مارك هاميل.
اوكي الصوت جيد ممتاز بس فكرة جوكر دارك نايت بالنسبة لي لأنه جسد الجنون وأنه عنده فكرة عن البشر أن البشر مخلوقات سيئة.
اوكي.
بشر سيء فبيثبت وجهة نظره للعالم قديش العالم سيء بينما تعرف كيف في آخر الفيلم تبين عكس كلامه. البشر يعني في أقرب فرصة ممكن يدمروا بعض. لكن تعرف كيف باتمان أكد إن الفكرة هذه غلط. إنه تعرف كيف
يعني اصلا انت بتحبه هذه شخصيه حق الهيث ليدجر جوكر من
هيث ليدجر
بسبب الفلسفه حقه.
بالضبط.
The impact that Christopher Nolan's work has the impact Christopher Nolan's work has had on Batman fans and especially those who love Joker can be exemplified here because he makes sure that he dresses up like Heath Ledger and he became a fan of Heath Ledger version of the Joker simply because of his point of view. We may not agree with it, but I mean, it says a lot. It just shows. I mean, we had Joaquin Phoenix playing as Joker Arthur Fleck, which was a marvelous job, especially the first movie. But then again, the love for Heath Ledger doesn't go down. يعني انت شفت الفيلم ذا جوكر مع هواكين فينيكس انت ما حبه هذه
جوكر الجزء الاول
مم.
بارت 1 كان بالنسبه لي جيد. فكره التنمر وفكره انه المجتمع خلى الجوكر بهذه الطريقه سيء وجعل من الجوكر انه يكون جوكر. لكن الجزء الثاني للاسف كان اسوء جوكر على الاطلاق.
أسوأ جوكر. اوكي. طيب انا عندي سؤال. لما انت تلبس البدله هذه وسويها مكياج وكذا، يعني هل هذا الشغل صعب جدا؟
آه، مو للدرجة يعني بسيط صراحة بالنسبة للمكياج. يعني أنا بس حاطه في الشخصية، لكن أبغى أحاول أكثر من إنه مكياج، أبغى أحاول أجسد الجنون اللي في الجوكر.
جسد الجنون في الجو. اوكي، معك. طيب ايش اتوقع من كوميك كون عربية في هذا السنة؟
أنا متوقع إن شاء الله يسمعوا كلامنا، يعني إنه بما إنه كوميك كون، وأكون صريح، الأغلبية المفروض يكون يركز على الكوميكس أكثر.
اكيد.
كوميكس
لازم.
أكثر من أنمي.
مم. يعني هذه مثلا في معرض مثلا حق الشاورما، ولما دخل فيه شوايه.
Hey. Keep it real, boys. Keep it real.
exactly. فهي هو ذا بالضبط. لكن اتمنى التركيز اكثر على الكوميكس وقصص الكوميكس، او سواء مارفل، دي سي، ذا بويز، بليد ومن ذا الكلام.
طيب الصراحة لا راح في هذا السنة، هل تتوقع الكوميك كون في الحقيقة كوميك كون، ولا زي سنتين سابقة؟
اكون صريح جدا، عندي تخوف
انت
بسيط.
دخل.
عندي تخوف بسيط انه ممكن يكون ربع، ممكن يكون 80% انمي، ممكن يكون او 20% يكون كوميكس.
The problem, they already announced that there is a part is gonna be an anime, an Asia town. So I'm not really that excited for it. So we'll see.
But
Yeah.
that's actually what gets us more excited about going, and all of us. It makes us strive to be each more the characters that we bring. That we're the ones who are going to bring DC and Marvel into the Comic Con itself. So it won't be just about an anime convention. It will be also about a comic convention. That's what we want to bring to the Comic Con.
Okay, so now what we have here is you are looking at three individuals, but these are not just three individuals. They are 7.
Yeah.
أنتم كلهم 7 ولا
About 10. About
10؟
But the original ones who are always in every convention are probably 7.
7.
Yeah.
So these 7 individuals are basically the ones who are keeping the spirit of superheroes alive, especially from the worlds of DC, Marvel. And to credit Omar, because Omar is not only like DC and Marvel, but he also takes into consideration the boys. And the thing that made me a fan of his was when I saw him as Nathan Drake. We need more of the people coming out. If you're a cosplayer right now and watching, and if you see Comic Con Arabia and you're seeing that they are having more of an anime theme, because as Basil said, they are having this special Asia section. I don't know when was Asia a particular feature for Comic Con. So try to come out in full force. And when I say full force, I mean to say that you come out as your favorite superhero character, be it DC, be it Marvel, be it from the boys, be it from any gaming franchise, if you will. So guys, خلاص نحن وصلت في نهاية البرنامج. Thank you so much to each and every one of you.
I'd just like to say one thing on the piece of advice that you were saying. I'd just like to add one piece of advice to all of the cosplayers who are striving to be cosplayers, and it's also their passion, not just their hobby. Don't be what people want you to be. Be who you want to be, because that's all what cosplaying is all about.
عمر آخر كلمة.
stay safe.
Stay safe.
I hope for people because I know some people like really love to do just famous character. If you love a character, even if it's not famous, like I did Morbius, I did Black Adam, I did Swamp Thing. If you really love it, do it for the love. Don't do it for just trendy stuff. Or you can yani, put it together as you love it and trendy stuff. But if you love a character, please do it.
That's what makes it all the more worthwhile that you're doing a an old but not forgotten character. That's what brings out the magic.
With that, our live broadcast comes to a conclusion. I would like to apologize once again that it started really late because of the technical glitch we were having. Another time, a special thanks to Brandy's Donuts and their team in Hayal Muhammadiyah for facilitating us their venue for this live broadcast. And we love Randy's Donut because we saw it in Iron Man 2. So thank you to the team. And hopefully, I'm going to be seeing you guys next month with another set of guests to talk about superhero stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Thank you all for coming. Guys,
معلش على التأخير.
لا لا يا حبيبي.
You know, we should
You guys enjoy.
Late than never.
we should do more of this.
حكمة كده late than never.
We should make this a habit. الصراحة يعني هذا ممكن يكون زي البودكاست.
بس على اليوتيوب صح؟ إيه بس على اليوتيوب صح؟